In this edition of reShape 333, I want to give to you something that if you choose to act on it, will set you apart from probably 99% of the pack. It shouldn't be so rare, but it is. It's more important than ever, and it's a fun one to brainstorm. And I want to give it to you in the next 333 seconds. So let's get at it. Recently, we spent some vacation in Florida. We were struck by the fact when we were there that food prices in the US have risen so dramatically to become equal, oftentimes even more than in restaurants and grocery stores in Canada, and you still have to add the exchange to your money. We rented a house when we were there, so we did most of our cooking on an outside barbecue. Our son Jeremy and his wife Hannah joined us for some of our vacation, and they stayed with us while we were there. Jeremy is what you could call a Chick-fil-A fanatic. He loves their traditional Chick-fil-A sandwich meal. So anytime we did go out, Chick-fil-A it was. If you know anything about that company, you'll know number one, that they're closed on Sunday, and you'll know number two, that they have a deeply ingrained healthy business culture. They are known by the phrase that you'll hear again and again and again in their restaurants when they say, "Oh, it's our pleasure to serve you." We went probably 5 or 6 times. I was intent on asking questions and intent on trying to get one of their employees forget to tell me how much of a pleasure it was to serve me. I failed. I went into the restaurant, they held the door for me, a young high school student. I said to him, "Thanks so much for holding the door." And he said, "Oh, no. It really is my pleasure to do that for you." I bought my meal. I thanked the cashier. The young guy said, No, really, it's our pleasure here to be able to serve you." After I was done eating my meal, one time someone came up and they started to clean my table and take away my tray. I said, "You don't need to do that. I can do that." And they said, No, that's our pleasure to be able to do that for you. They didn't miss an opportunity. It was so impressive to watch. I think it might have been Maya Angelou who is credited with saying, although many others have said it as well, that people will forget what you say to them and people will forget what you do for them, but they will never forget how you make them feel. Every time I left Chick-fil-A, I felt better. Might have been the sandwich. But in some ways, I think it was the fact that there was a high school student or a university student or someone on their staff that continually reminded me that it was their pleasure to serve me. Now, here's what I want you to do. Think of your church, think of your organization or your business. What might happen if radical or extreme hospitality became your deepest value? In a day when people are so desperate for connection and community and some type of belonging, what difference might radical or extreme hospitality make to connect them to you? It can start in small ways. At our church on rainy Sunday mornings, we would have greeters go out into the parking lot as people arrived. They would go out with umbrellas and they would usher folks in to the building. We would watch especially for young families and especially for seniors. During the final song, if it was snowing outside, we would have a team of people that would leave during the final song of the service. They would go out and they would scrape the snow off all of people's cars and their windows so that folks, when they left, didn't have to do that. What a treat to come out and have your car already cleaned up on a stormy winter morning. Those small acts declared, "It's our pleasure to serve you." Thanks so much for being here. Just small acts of hospitality. We see you. We hear you. We love you. You get the point. Radical hospitality begins with small acts and then it goes deeper into community and belonging. So here's my 333 challenge. How can your church or your business or your organization deepen your commitment to a type of radical or extreme hospitality? What can you do so that people will feel, so that they'll feel both seen and heard? It's about how you make them feel. I want you to take 15 or 20 minutes. I want you to begin to brainstorm. What would it look like for us to prioritize radical hospitality? How can we make people feel like it really has been our pleasure to serve them? You can start with umbrellas, and then you can move deeper into belonging and community. Have some fun. Don't click away. The question is going to come up on your screen, and you can get it there.